Hey there, Ray Flowers of fantasyguru.com. Hope you're living a good life and having fun wherever you're at. There's my platitude for today's podcast. Don't forget to follow my work over at fantasyguru.com. If you haven't signed up yet, you can do that at any point. You can even use the promo code RADIO20, RADIO20, RADIO20 for a discount on the fantasy football product. We've got DFS, seasonal, wagering, football, baseball, basketball, hockey, golf, NASCAR. We got it all over there at fantasyguru.com, so check it out. You can also follow me on Twitter, on Instagram, on Threads, and here on YouTube at The Ray Flowers. I'm also on the Elite Sports Show, which is Monday through Friday on SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio with Jeff Manns. I'm on every Wednesday if you want to check me out there. Yesterday, we opened up a pack of baseball cards, 1990 Donruss. Today, yes, 1991 Upper Deck Football, the Premier Edition. Let's get to it. We're going to open up and see what we got here in today's football pack. Oh, this is interesting. There's no front. Oh, there is a front. Here we go. Oh, this. Aaron Craver, star rookie. I don't remember Aaron Craver. Did he have a good career? And I'm blanking on that. I'm going to say no. Fresno State. This is the premier edition of the Upper Deck cards. They were obviously famous back in the day for the hologram there at the top. A little bit of a breakdown there of the star rookie, Aaron Craver, who I am afraid was not a star. This guy was a star, famously ran for Congress too. Herschel Walker. Now, this is, for those of us that remember, do they still, I haven't been in the card game in years. So this era is when I was still collecting some cards. Do they have checklists still? And I asked that because this is a checklist. Back when I was young, the checklist would say checklist and it'd be something stupid. And they finally got the idea, well, let's at least put a player on it that people might like. Who are the names on this thing? Joey Browner, Anthony Carter, Chris Dolman, Rick Fenny, Hassan Jones, Steve Jordan, Carl Lee, Randall McDonald, Mike Merriweather, Keith Millard, Al Noga, Wade Wilson, and team leader in rushing, Herschel Walker. There it is. The next one up, Jay Novacek. Look at him. Looks like he's getting ready to put a ball down for a place kick. Interesting on the back, too. Again, this is what the back of the regular card looks like. Great photo there, Players Association, the little logo at the top. You got the stats here. Novacek. Coming off his best season, 59 catches, 4 touchdowns, 657 yards. Went to Wyoming. Jay Novacek. Reggie Cobb. Now, I do not like this uniform. I know a lot of people love this uniform. Do you like the Tampa Bay orange? Look at that swashbuckler, maybe. There it is. Yeah. Oh my gosh, look at Mr. Cobb on the back. Whoa. Hurdling that line of scrimmage. Getting it done. According to this information, he's drafted in the second round of the 90 draft. He was used as an all-purpose back for the Bucks. Finished third in the all-time rushing list at Tennessee. As a rookie, ran for 480 yards and caught 39 passes. So pretty effective Reggie Cobb season there in those horrible, for me, great for some, uniforms. Mark Duper, Clayton and Duper, catching all those passes back in the day from Dan Marino. How tall was Mark Duper? Yeah, 5'9", 192. Pretty thick fella. He wasn't little, but 5'9", 192. Some huge efforts, including what we're looking at, an 11 touchdown, 1,300-yard season in 1986. Duper and Clayton in those magical years with Dan Marino. Was it 84 when Marino threw for 5,084 yards, 48 touchdowns, if I remember right? I'll have to check after if those numbers are right or not, but that's what's in the memory banks. Oh, here's the season leader. It's Barry Sanders. One of the greatest running backs of all time. You can go on YouTube here and see all kinds of highlights of him just doing absolutely spectacular things. If you look at the rushing leaders this season, Barry Sanders led the way with 1,304 yards, just ahead of Thurman Thomas, who's at 1,297, Marion Betts at 1,225, Ernest Biner at 1,219, and Bobby Humphrey at 1,202. Only the first two guys had double-digit rushing scores, 11 for Thurman Thomas, 13 for Barry Sanders, followed by Neil Anderson, Barry Ward, James Brooks, Emmitt Smith, and Randall Cunningham, quarterback making an appearance in the top 10 rushers in 1990. Aerial threats, here we go. Jim, don't call me Chris Everett and Henry Ellard. That's a pretty cool card. Right? Look at that. Outstretched arms, catching a pass. Jim Everett, probably more famous for that fight with Jim Rome than for being an NFL quarterback. I don't know if that's fair or not, but hey, there it was. One of the best to ever do it. And a guy who apparently likes the beach. Rod Woodson, that must have been obviously at the Pro Bowl because the other photo is the same thing. Rod Woodson, one of the best Steelers of all time, one of the best defensive backs of all time in NFL history. Just a terrific football player. Let's look at his numbers here. It's interesting. Fumbles and interceptions. They list fumbles for a defensive back. Oh, interesting. Rod Woodson. All right, here. Billy Joe Tolliver. What a name, Billy Joe. Billy Joe's probably going to the drive-in theater on a Friday night, right? Drinking a 6-pack, maybe a 12-pack. Billy Joe Tolliver. Nate Owens with the Bills. Now, the Bills, I like the Bills uniforms. I love the red helmet in opposition to the Bucks. I'm a big fan of that. Here we got Matt Millen, who obviously went on to front office fame after an NFL career. And, you know, they don't make them like they did in the old days, do they, folks? Check this out. That's blood. That's not Niner red on the jersey leaking off the number because that's a stitch number. That's blood. Matt Millen, a Warrior, and there's proof of it on the card. And then finally, Ernest Gibbons, another small guy, kick returner, wide receiver. How tall was he? 5'9", 168. He had a 1,000-yard season here, a 9-touchdown season with 979 yards. Pretty classic uniforms there, too, with the Oilers as well. So let me know in the comments below if you enjoy this. If this is a waste of your time, you can let me know that too. I figured I would just do some things to kind of change things up so you don't just have to look at my face spouting about what I'm talking about this week. Follow me all over the place at The Ray Flowers. Check us out over at fantasyguru.com. Look above my shoulder here. Is it that side? I think it's that side. Might be this side. Look for the link to talk about the actual fantasy football product for this season and pick up a copy and use that promo code radio20 while it's still good to get you a little bit of a discount as well.